Deep in the shadows, I know it's hard to put one foot in front of the other.
Hi guys, CeeChronicles here. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. I post fragrance related content if you're new here and would very much appreciate you joining this channel by subscribing. Now, if you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. I have a Hamidi, all right, a Hamidi to review for you here. This one is of the Sterling company. Now, there was a time I came with a fragrance and I said I have an Amarth and Sterling is a subsidiary, and somebody corrected me and said no, Sterling is a mother company, Sterling Perfumes, and Amarth is a subsidiary, so is Hamidi, etc., etc. So Hamidi is a creation of this Sterling fragrance company, right? It is it is a sister company, and this would be the third or fourth Hamidi that I bring here. This was a no-brainer. I bought this fragrance without testing it because I have tried, guys, the Hamidis and they haven't disappointed me. This is how it's going to sit in the bottle, and this particular Hamidi is Hamidi Merneith or Merneith. Okay, so this is the white one, in case like me you're not good with names. I'm going to take it out of its case there where it's sitting snugly there. It's going to have a collar, right, to secure the cap so that if the cap comes off it doesn't wobble as away and scratch the bottle and stuff like that. So we're going to just remove this, and then I'm going to give you a close-up of the bottle. And it's a new setup because we have an extension of the fragrance collection, and I have extended the cupboard. So I've moved the cupboard to this particular corridor space so that at least they can stay in there for a while. I'm going to give this fragrance a quick spray on the tester paper and I'll tell you my thoughts, but this is a close-up of it. Now, if you follow my fragrance reviews, you will know that I did bring you a review of another Hamidi that came in a bottle that was exactly like this, and it was the Cleopatra. If you missed that review, I'm going to link it in the description. However, Hamidi Cleopatra draws inspiration, guys, from that Creed Camina, just to save you time. But if you want to watch that review, of course you can. The Cleopatra is the one that comes, of course, in this marble looking bottle as well, but it's a pinkish bottle. Now, we are talking about the white one, so don't get it twisted, okay? Now, this is a gorgeous grown white floral built around the lily of the valley, orange blossom, some vanilla there, and some vetiver, right? It is going to be prominent there, especially in the lily of the valley. And why I said it's a grown floral is it also has that aldehydic thing, with it, where with some will say, oh, this is a little bit giving me a little bit of a kind of the way fragrances were done, in the good old days. So you're going to get that promise in this, which is a good thing. I like the perfection of this particular fragrance, and I like that it doesn't disappoint, especially if you have that Cleopatra in your collection. Not that they smell the same, but I'm just saying the quality that I got from the first bottle seems to be the quality that this particular company Hamidi is going for there. So elegant white floral, in your face white floral there that is very bold, loud there, and it also has the vanilla, but it doesn't end with just the white florals. You are going to get a peachy tone in this, which is going to make it nectarous. And as you're enjoying that nectarous accord in this fragrance, there's also going to be a citric nature to it, which is coming, of course, from the bergamot as well as the mandarin. So it's going to have a citrus crispness there, I always have to say that, a citrus crispness there, because every time I say it and I'm editing a video, it sounds as though I'm saying Christmas. And we are in Christmas season, okay? So this is going to have a citric crispness, and then it's going to have a nectarous, feel of a peach, a ripened peach there. And of course, the white florals are going to carry this from start to finish. So you are, you certainly have to love the white florals for you to enjoy this. And then after a while, it gets into a musky feel there where it's going to be powdery and powdery, comforting, but still carrying the white floral. Now, of course, you cut to the chase. This, I'm not going to say is an exact clone, but it does share a lot of similarities with that PDM Valaya, right? So if my nose is not throwing me off here, because the Valaya that I have within my collection is actually an oil, and it's not from the Perfumes de Mali. It is actually of another, oil company, but I had to pull it out and test it to see, whether what I'm getting from that oil is what I'm getting came from here, because I wasn't quite sure. It was kind of yo-yoing, reminding me of something between Valaya and Meliora, but I was actually sure that it's certainly a PDM. And after sniffing those two oils, which I do have, I think I can say it's more leaning towards the Valaya than it is the Meliora. However, if you love, those DNAs, this is not going to disappoint you. It is certainly a well-crafted fragrance, giving me feminine vibes because of that very elegantly done white floral, that lily of the valley, especially with, of course, the orange blossom, but the orange blossom not being pushy, because orange blossom sometimes can take over everything. So the orange blossom here is guarded. It's more of that gentle lily of the valley that you carry with you when you wear this fragrance, and it doesn't push it, when it comes again to how the lily of the valley is blended, in the sense that it's not sort of like a green fragrance. It's just a gorgeous floral. This can transition through seasons, so I wouldn't say wear this in summer, winter, or whatever. However, if you're in summer, okay, and you love your florals, this is most likely going to perform even better, in the heat, perhaps, than it would in cooler weather. However, it is, of course, a fragrance that feels, to my nose, that it has a decent performance all through. But I'm saying it just comes across as one that would eliminate, especially if you went in the heat or you wore it in hot weather. So certainly one I'm going to say no weather for this. However, if you want the best performance, do this in summer. If you want, of course, the best performance again in winter, then maybe you may have to do more sprays than you would in summer, if you know what I mean. So yes, that is what I can say, guys, about Hamidi Merneith from the Legacy Collection. And these bottles are gorgeous. I can't wait to add the other ones. I think they have a red one and a pink one and stuff, so can't wait to add these just based off the elegance of the bottle, guys. What I like about what the company Hamidi has been doing, or at least the ones that I've managed to add to my collection, is the fact that they seem to be going for different DNAs, like just of course, DNAs that may remind you of whatever is on the market, but not, giving you redundancy, in the sense that some of these new fragrances you find, especially if you blind buy, you don't test, you go home, you find out, oh my God, it's another Herba Pura, if you know what I mean. I haven't had that experience with the Hamidi, and the DNAs that they're going for are, simply the unique ones that, some of the fragrance companies are not touching. So it's just an observation of mine. I could be wrong, because this is not exhaustive of all the Hamidi fragrances, but I can tell you for sure that after sniffing that Cleopatra from Hamidi, it's not a lot like Creed Camina, and I'm yet to find another company that has, a similar DNA, which is something, again, that I can speak of this. So it could be a DNA that one or two companies have gotten their hands on, but it's not a DNA that's been exhausted, if you know what I mean, like the Yum Pistachio, like the Kayali Eden Juicy Apple, if you know what I mean. So it is certainly a company I would want to add more bottles of, and this range especially, these beautiful bottles, I would love to see them in my collection and discover what the other ones smell like. So yes, guys, that is what I have for you today. If you are looking for something that's going to remind you a lot of that Valaya, a very nice, feminine, classy fragrance, then of course you can purchase this. Some of you are going to get a little bit of Meliora. It's going to be entirely up to your nose. CeeChronicles is my name. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let's meet in the comment section where we discuss more about fragrances. Remember to turn on post notifications, guys. That way you get to be notified anytime I upload a video. Like and share this one, and remember that smelling good is a form of good manners. Cheers.